I'll be able to extract the audio to do just a podcast, but we'll have the video too. So this will be cool.
Cool, bro.
Yeah, man. So how you been, dude?
Good. I was saying before, I don't know if you could hear me, but I like all the Spread the Positive
On the background
logos in the back.
Yeah, that's our step and repeat. We take that thing everywhere.
Those are tight.
Yeah, dude. Well, yeah, dude. I'll just do like the intro I did last time, and
Okay.
then we'll just jump into it. Just kind of get like what life's been like after you finished everything, and how the rest of the trip was, and all that. I'm sure you've been talking a lot about that. So.
No, it's cool, man. I appreciate you reaching out for this. So.
Absolutely. Cool. So we'll let me get the little intro and we'll jump into it. What's up, everybody? Trent Denson here, host of the Spread the Positive podcast. Got a really awesome opportunity for a follow-up episode with a podcast guest we had on a few months ago, Mr. Brady Silverwood. Just completed a run all the way across the United States of America. Had the pleasure of hanging out with Brady in Nashville and just getting to know him. And we actually recorded a podcast just outside of Nashville when he was here. And he just finished in the last couple of weeks and wanted to do a little recap episode with Brady. So Brady, how you feeling, man?
Good, man. Yeah, the last time I saw you, we were in Tennessee.
Yes, sir.
And I was about a third of the way across America. So
Yeah.
I did it. I finished the whole run, and it's been great being back. The first week was pretty hectic, just lots of interviews and trying to see people that wanted to hang out and do things. And it's really died down lately, but I enjoy doing this because it forces me to reflect on the journey. And it really was a great journey. And we did it, man.
It's so incredible. Dude, it's been fun, rooting you on, man, and seeing all your posts and the day whatever's in the books and close them and all your little taglines over the trip. I'm like, yes, man, go get them. So it was really cool on our end too, just to be able to see your progression and like some of those huge days you would do where you're running like dang near a marathon and stuff. Like it was really cool to be a part of and know who you are and like why you did it. But can you get into that a little bit? Just kind of like what started that and like why you decided to do it all?
Yeah. So, growing up, that's probably the one thing I always prided myself on was that, I just had a big heart. My mom just kind of instilled that in all of my siblings. We would go around Christmas time downtown and would make lunches for the homeless and pass them out. And nice. I don't know, that was just a normal kind of thing for us growing up. And around Thanksgiving time, we have the local Marines come out and spend nice. Thanksgiving with us every year. So I've always felt like I wanted to give back. And I always knew I had a big heart. And as far as like giving up, I didn't think I was a quitter. I thought I had a lot of fight in myself. And then I sold my first ever business, a clothing company called Sunny Co. Clothing. I sold that company in December of 2018. And did I just go out right there? Yeah. Someone was just calling me.
You're good.
It's good. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, are you allowed to like cut it at certain points?
Yeah,
I don't know if I just.
You're good. I'll chop it up some. You're all good.
Okay.
Yeah.
My dad called me, and I was just like, not a good time.
No worries, man. No worries.
Yeah. So after selling that company, someone would have thought like, wow, I was 23 at the time, just 2 years. Actually 1 year out of college, and I just sold my first ever company. I should have had a lot of confidence going into my next, venture, and instead it was the exact opposite. I think because I did my business with another partner, it made me think that, maybe I can't do something great on my own. Maybe I need someone else to do something with. And I don't know, I just went on this kind of spiral of losing a lot of motivation, not really knowing where I was going to go next in my life.
Yeah.
And I was, doing a lot of drinking and partying, and there's a lot of days where it's just hard to motivate myself to get out of bed in the morning. And around this time, my roommate came into my room, Taylor Offer,
Shouts to
and
Taylor.
shout out to Taylor. It was this early Saturday morning, and he was like, "Yo, you want to go to like this run club with me, Brady?" And I was like, "I hate running, like hell no." And he just wouldn't leave the room, and he was like, "Come on, dude, like you gotta come."
Yeah.
And finally, I was just like, "Whatever, I'll go." And it felt good, and I knew it was a good thing, but I didn't immediately switch up my lifestyle. But the founder of the run club, Luke Gledhill, he got my phone number, and he would text me every single week, "I hope to see you at the next run club."
That'll get you every time.
Yeah, I mean, at first though, I'm not gonna lie, I would just make up excuses to why I couldn't go, and say like I'm sick, or I slept past my alarm, sorry.
Yeah.
And then eventually I just realized I was like, I'm letting him down, and I'm also letting myself down. And I just made this there was definitely a switch where I wanted to go to run club, and I wanted to not drink the night before so I could like fully make it to run club the next day. And then I started running in between run club days just on my own.
Yeah.
And I signed up for my first half marathon in November, and that's kind of when I realized, like, wait a sec, like I'm putting all this time into this, and I'm getting back results. And I don't know. I just felt like running was almost giving me my self-esteem and confidence back.
That's cool.
Yeah, man. So then from there, I just like, it got to the point where instead of like trying to motivate myself to go for a run, I just started going. I was just like, oh, I should probably go for a run today.
Yeah.
And I signed up then for the LA marathon in March. And I want to say like at the beginning of March is when I wrote in my journal, before even doing the marathon, I said, I'm going to run across the United States of America. And
Wow. When did you write that?
To prove, what's that?
Sorry, when did you write that?
That was beginning of March.
Okay. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, man. And I said, because the first day I did the run club in August of 2018, I could barely run the 3 miles. So when I found out the United States was about 3,000 miles, I thought, like, how cool would that be to go from someone that couldn't run 3 miles to someone who could run 3,000, and just show everyone that, anything is possible. And yeah, man.
It's crazy, dude. 3 to 3,000. I remember that hashtag always popping up too. That's an incredible, like, just, it's all just amazing. And go ahead and shout out all the charities you raised money for, and what was like the final count on everything along those lines?
So yeah, I chose 12 charities in total to run for. I'll just name a couple of the ones that were really like close to my heart. Make-A-Wish was one of them that I knew I wanted to run for. Yeah. My sister Caitlin, growing up, she had a brain tumor and brain cancer, and she's a cancer survivor now. But she was granted a wish, and she got to go. Our whole family got to go meet the Gilmore Girls. It was this like early 2000s sitcom, and she was like obsessed with the show, and we got to meet the whole cast in LA. And it was just cool because like we were going to the hospital so much to visit my sister, and it was just nice to get out of that atmosphere just for like a day. And so that was really a motivation, was to try to raise enough money for Make-A-Wish so we could maybe grant someone else a wish. Nice. Another one that I ran for was Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. So I actually have a tattoo right here.
Nice.
And it's 3 L's from my perspective, and that stands for Live Like Liam. So Liam Hearn was a San Diego native and friend of mine that passed away a couple years ago, and he was born with cystic fibrosis, and all the doctors pretty much gave him 2 years to live. And he lived to be, I want to say it was 24 years old. And he just was the most positive person I've ever met. You know, I think at a certain point he was taking over 70 pills a day, and like, you never find him complaining or anything like that. So definitely wanted to run for him, and hopefully that they can, you know, make strides in research to help cure that disease. And then the last one, National Alliance on Mental Illness.
Yes.
As I kind of talked about that time I was struggling in that transition of my company, I was going through a lot of depression, and I think mental health is just something that needs to be talked about a lot more. And it's starting to really, I'm starting to see it become a lot more of like a common topic, which is awesome, because I really think that just allowing there to be a conversation can really help a lot of people out there. So I ran for that one too. And in total, we've raised over $40,000. And I still have the link in my Instagram bio that will be up till January 6th.
Okay.
So if anyone still wants to donate up until then, they could.
That's awesome. Yeah, we'll definitely have that out before then to make sure we get all the last minute donations, man. That's I didn't know some of those stories, man. That's some powerful stuff. So shouts to you and all the impact that you're making, man. That's definitely a great example of everything we're about here. You know, spread the positive, trying to bring light to these things that are going right and these amazing feats that people are doing like yourself. So it's been a real pleasure, man. Just like I said before, just being able to cheer you on from Middle Tennessee and see you crossing over another bridge and another state line, and you know, the countdown to that final run with the run crew and some of the guys that were here in Nashville, man. It was just it was such a cool thing to be a part of, man. Like that's got to be just such a crazy feeling.
Yeah, it was the way I described it is it almost felt like a movie of sorts. It was like people from all different periods in my life, from like early childhood to college to post-college to even back in high school, some people I hadn't seen in a while, teachers.
Right.
It was wild, man.
Yeah, that's so cool, dude. It's just been so cool to be this small of a part of it, and just being familiar with all the stuff you're doing. It's just super, super inspiring, and something I'm really grateful to be a part of. So I wanted to also talk about some of the folks, like some of the people you met along the way. And like Spread the Positive, we're always talking about, what's going right. Yeah. People doing nice things, and just living out that kind of community first aspect when it comes to everything. So can you speak on a couple of the amazing, we have some on the first podcast you did, but I just kind of wanted to hear, like, from Nashville on, some of the amazing folks that you came across.
Oh, okay. Nashville on. Okay.
Or you can do any of them, but yeah.
No, that's cool. I'm thinking of oh wow, okay. So in Oklahoma, there was a woman named Wilma, and she had somehow, I think, her just been on Instagram scrolling and somehow found my story.
Really?
And she was sending me messages, man, from like probably Pennsylvania. And she just kept saying, when you're in Oklahoma, I want to meet you. Like
that's so cool.
Please let me know when you're in Oklahoma. And I always kept it in the back of my mind, like, okay, when I get to Oklahoma, I got to like meet this woman. She's just such a big fan. That's so cool. Sure enough, we drove up. So I hadn't officially ran through there yet, but we drove up to Norman to go see the University of Oklahoma Sooners play. And she lived in a town maybe like 20 miles north of Norman. And she drove like maybe 40 minutes or something like that, 45 minutes to where we were at, met with me. She gave me this, it's like a Hope breast cancer pink wristband and stuff. And I
Yeah.
wore it for every day the rest of
Wow.
the run.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I think my nephew is playing with it, so I don't have it on me right now. But anyways,
So
she just she was a big supporter, and like she was so excited to meet me and hear all about the story. And anytime people gave me things, it didn't matter if like I liked it. Like if they gave me a Coke and I don't drink soda, like I was gonna drink it. Like
yeah.
I felt like anything that people gave me, it was really meaningful because it was just like a kind gesture, you know,
Absolutely.
whatever it was. And there was people, I want to say, in, I mean, pretty much every state, but
I was about to ask, like, how often, like, was it like a pretty, I mean, it had to be pretty regular occurrence, huh?
yeah. So I would say once I got to like say New Mexico and Arizona, it really started to kind of open up and widen as far as like me running just kind of middle of nowhere. But
Yeah.
there was a
Oh,
lot
that's true. Yeah.
more
Right.
towns that I would run through, and maybe, you know, Arkansas and Oklahoma and
I forgot who
you
was
know,
the people in
Texas.
Kentucky. Didn't you have like some really great people in Kentucky? Or am I making
Yeah,
things?
John and Sabrina.
Yeah, I remember you
Yeah,
like stayed with y'all or let y'all stay with them and
they
all.
were awesome. They let us stay in like their restaurant parking lot and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
And
Made you food and stuff.
then there was Nikki and Jake in West Virginia. They invited us over to their house for breakfast. And
Yeah,
um, I'd say once we got to like New Mexico and Arizona, it really opened up to where we weren't going through these small towns. So it was kind of, we were less
oh
likely to have those interactions. But when I
yeah,
was
you're
say
right.
running in
Sorry.
California, no, you're fine. When I was running in California, um, I saw on this call box, it was so cool. It was a bag of trail mix. And
Yes,
then there was a piece of paper right above it, and it said, long distance runner, like this is for you.
that's
And
so
it
cool.
must have just been someone that saw me running on, because I was on like maybe the 78. It doesn't really matter, like you
Yeah,
wouldn't know what it is. But anyways, just one of the highways for a couple days, and someone just noticed. And the bag, honestly, this is the funny part, the bag was open. Like they had probably already been eating a little, but they just thought to themselves like, this guy needs it more than me.
damn.
And I didn't even think twice like, this
It's the
person's
whole
trying to
thing.
hurt me, you know? It was
Yeah,
just like, this is someone looking out for me. And
yeah,
that's honestly how I felt for pretty much the entire run.
yeah.
Is like for the most part, when people would stop, they would want to donate, they would want to give me waters, sodas, food. I had an Amish fella gave me like a free pie one day.
Nice.
I don't even know what state that was. That could have been Kentucky or Tennessee. I think the
Yeah,
Amish, we stopped seeing as many as we got more west. But
right.
um, yeah, man, it was just it was really beautiful, and it just showed us kind of what we don't see on TV, and that's just the generosity that the majority of Americans have. So
That's an amazing line, dude. That's obviously textbook what we're about here. Spread the positive. Just like the how much that does get overlooked, and how, in our opinion, it's super important to celebrate that and celebrate those wins and celebrate, you know, these types of interactions, because it's, I mean, it's what it's all about if you really break it down. So yeah, dude, that's just, it's just so good. All of it's so good. And the fact that you did it is just incredible. Like, yeah, 3 to 3,000. I mean, that puts it in perspective. Like, I couldn't run 3 miles and then literally all the way across America. Like, it's insane. So, what's next, man? What's on deck? What's coming up?
Honestly, man, like want to keep challenging my mind uh, and I guess like my heart, just
Yeah,
because this kind of transition away from this, a clothing company that sure made a lot of money, but it didn't really leave me going like, wow, I'm really making a big impact.
yeah,
And when I did this run, man, like it was the first time in my life I like really felt like I'm living out my life the way I should be living out
yeah,
my life. And I just want to do something that is just an extension of this, so I want to help more people. I want to inspire more people. And um, I I honestly want to share more stories,
love that.
like my own,
Yeah,
because again, I just think there's this trip really put in perspective that like there's so much good out there, and for some reason people don't like to tell that story. And
right.
I just want to share that story, I guess, some more. So any
Man,
way I
that's
can do that.
hey, that sounds like what we're doing right here, man. So maybe we just need to officially partner up and do it. Have a little pocket in LA and out here in Nashville and all over the place. But yeah, man, I've actually been talking to Luke about that and some of his sustainability stuff in fashion and all of that. Man, yeah, I mean that's goals is to have like that type of operation and some of the stuff he's got going. Man, that guy, you talk about spread the positive. That guy is yeah, I'm
He's
just a big
awesome, isn't
yeah,
he?
man. I love his content and all the stuff he's doing and kind of his whole approach to everything, man. We should just should team up and make a little super
Dude,
brand.
he man, like he literally, this was another thing, out on the run, he would text me
Yeah,
every single day I was
that's
out
so
there,
dope. Not surprised
and
to
just
me.
say, let's get it today, brother. Like you
I
can
love
do
that.
this, like mind over matter. And it got to the point where like I would just like hear a buzz in the morning and I'd be like, oh, that was Luke,
Luke.
like that was him sending me a message. And
Yeah,
um I really, if it weren't for him just keeping me accountable with those first few run days, I don't think any of this would have happened. So
yeah.
he really changed my life and changes so many people's lives every day. So
That's so dope. Well, man, that's kind of all I got, man. You got anything else? I just want to, get the recap, get another dose of like how awesome that experience was and all the stuff you're doing. And it's like I've said, it's super inspiring. It was so fun to be a part of it from afar, and uh, it's just like you said, it's a testament to what we're capable of, man, and it's like really, really inspiring. So thank you for what you did, dude. Like it's incredible.
thank you, man. I mean, I really don't think I'm anything special. I just think like I I really just used my mind to do this. I was breaking it down to, all right, what do I have to do every day? And sure, it was the hardest thing I've ever done, but I would literally just take it day by day and just
Yeah,
say, what can I do today? And I think that's a great kind of example of how someone may be struggling right now.
yeah,
They might be thinking so far ahead, and oh my gosh, am I gonna feel like this forever? And just the truth of it is you aren't.
yeah,
It's just a little kind of obstacle that you have to go through right now. But
hundred
yeah,
percent.
just take it day by day, if I can give any advice.
I love
So
that, dude. I appreciate you, Brady, man. It's been a real honor getting to know you better, and it's awesome to have you a part of Spread the Positive and all the stuff you've been doing, man. So, um, let's keep in touch, man. Let's keep doing some stuff,
yeah, man.
collabs, man. We could do some really awesome stuff, man. Trying to get out to LA sooner than later too. So, we'll do some cool stuff, hopefully.
Yeah, I'm all about it, and all about spreading the positive. So
Yes, sir.
thank
You
you
do
for
it,
the gym
man.
points you
You do
man.
that on a daily. I kept telling you, like, that's for the positive. That's for the positive. So, appreciate you, bro. We'll jump off here, but I'm really grateful for this, and thank you for all you're doing. Can't wait to see what's next.
Of course, dude, and have a great Christmas and
Dude.
Happy New Year and whatever you're celebrating, but
Yeah, man.
just with family and friends and
Heck yeah, dude.
yeah,
I
dude, we're
got you,
gonna
man.
we're gonna crush it.
Absolutely.
2020 is
New
gonna be our
decade,
year,
baby.
man.
2020 vision. Let's go, dude. Yes,
It's
sir.
funny because I have really bad eyesight, so 2020 vision is like
I can't.
really far
You see
off
the
from.
specs, man. I got the specs. My left eye
Yeah.
pretty much blind, so I feel you on that too. But yeah, bro,
Yeah.
that's what's up.
Well, cool. Well, cool, dude. I really appreciate this again. Thank you.
Absolutely.